The second largest alcohol wholesale distributor in the country has left California, leaving local craft distillers and wineries unsure of what happens next. I'm Dylan Foreman, covering our community in Paso Robles, looking into how this affects suppliers and what's next for brands that were dropped. Republic National Distributing Company has left the biggest market for alcohol distribution, meaning hundreds of wineries and distilleries around the state are now in limbo, scrambling to find a new home.
I wish I could say there was a silver lining, but unfortunately there's not.
Alex Villicana is the president of the Craft Distillers Association in California, as well as the owner and operator of Villicana Winery and Refined Craft Distillery in Paso Robles. On the distillery side, he tells me a move like this is catastrophic.
If you lost your wholesaler with RNDC, or if you're actually even looking, you haven't had a wholesaler, trying to get one now is even harder than it was before.
The loss of the giant wholesale distributor means a displacement of brands, which means smaller local brands might not be hitting shelves as much as they were before. So Villicana urges people to buy local.
What's harder to manage right now?
This is going to sound strange. I would actually say I would prefer to be in the spirits business right now.
Wineries will also feel the impacts.
This is a major disruption for most of the producers in the Central Coast. The majority of their business is in California, even if they're nationally distributed.
Peter Baedeker is the owner and principal of the boutique wine consulting firm Baedeker Wine and a former president of a wine distribution company in California. He says, displaced or not, change is coming and people need to be ready for it.
But the shift was so dramatic that it will affect the marketplace in general, and how that really plays out nationally always ends up affecting things locally, so you need to be mindful of that.
The wine industry is already facing global shortages in demand and oversupply, meaning the strain is already being felt. But Baedeker says it's a storm that can be weathered.
This is a product that humans have been enjoying for 10,000 years, as far as we know. I think it's had some pretty good proof of demand. Going forward, it'll be about making sure that you're always looking at what does the consumer want and delivering on that.
Texas-based RNDC officially pulled out of California on September 2nd. In June, the company's CEO was cited in a press release, saying that the rising operational costs, industry headwinds, and supplier changes were the reason for leaving. I reached out for additional comment, but have not heard back. For now, Baedeker says consumers will drive what ends up on store shelves.
Always what ends up driving distribution and ultimately production.
Dylan Foreman, KSBY News.